We're interested in seeing some kind of accountability. We're interested in seeing and hearing people testify. I don't know how quickly we're going to start seeing these things because there was a lot that had happened over the last 10 years or so.
Mhm.
And I think that with the amount of work that also needs to be done in this country from the last 4 years, they've got a lot of work to do. And I just hope that the president's team is ready for all hands on deck.
Joining us now live from the White House, we're going beyond the fence with Monica Paige.
Live from the North Lawn of the White House, it's Beyond the Fence with Monica Paige.
Monica Paige, how are you?
How's it going, Chris? Great to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you as well. Just a little behind the scenes info. I just accidentally called Monica Mama on the text messages. I meant to write
Let's
yes,
hope
ma'am.
that's happening soon.
I meant to write yes, ma'am, and it auto corrected on me, and it was very embarrassing. But you call everybody Big Daddy Homan or Big Daddy Trump, so it's like we got Big Mama Big Mama Monica on. What's up, Monica?
I
How are
like
you?
it.
Yeah.
I like it. There's a busy week this week, Chris. I mean, we had the president come back from Scotland, securing massive trade deals, securing a peace deal between Thailand and Cambodia. We've got a lot to talk about. That's for sure.
We do. First off, I want to start with this ballroom. Is it going to mess you up? Where are they putting the ballroom? Is it going to be on the side where you are at the White House?
So this ballroom project is President Trump's baby, essentially. We're talking to some of the members of the press yesterday in the press comm shop, and they were like, Trump is so excited about this. It's not going to be on this side. This is the West Wing side. It'll be on the other side, on the east side. It's going to be a modernized version of the East Wing and then have an extension, which will be the ballroom. 90,000 square feet, holding about 650 people, costing $200 million, which is money from private donors and the president's wallet himself. And those renderings that we got to see a sneak peek of just yesterday, beautiful. So we're very excited to see this. Construction is going to start in the next 2 months. Actually, next month, it's August 1st. So next month, we'll start to see those construction crews coming through. We're very excited about it.
That's incredible. Now, we saw Donald Trump pay for the flagpoles himself, and now he's getting his own personal money and then donations for the ballroom. Has there ever been any other president making these kind of upgrades to the White House on their own dime?
Not that I've seen. I mean, it's either federal funding or it's funding from taxpayers, but the president has not been shy about leaving a lasting impact on this White House, whether that's with his policies and whether that's making this White House even more beautiful than it already is. We've also already seen some of the work that he's done on the Oval Office, more gold trim, adding a beautiful framed Declaration of Independence. I mean, it's like he doesn't stop. He has such an articulate eye for style, for architecture, and bringing that here to the White House is just iconic.
Yeah, I love the way you say he doesn't stop, and I think that was evident from the Scotland trip. We saw Joe Biden; he would go on vacation pretty much all the time. I think it was like a third of his presidency was on vacation, but he would be stumbling and tripping through the sand and falling asleep on a beach chair. When Trump goes on vacation, he brings home $1 trillion. How did that happen?
It's so funny that you mentioned that because, I mean, this time last year alone, we just saw the president laying on the beach, calling a lid at noon sometimes. And I'd be like, okay, I guess we're not going to expect anything coming out of this White House. I mean, it was really tough for reporters like us to work here when there was nothing to report on, which was a real shame. But now it's like the president, if he does take a trip, he's going to Bedminster to play golf. But people don't realize that golf is a way to make deals with people. You're networking, you're talking business with these guys all during a couple of rounds of golf. So it just goes to show that he really doesn't stop. When he's at Bedminster, he's still working. It's just a different White House and a different location.
Yeah, and while he was playing golf, we saw him on True Social tweeting in real time peace negotiations between, I believe it was Cambodia and Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. We got 6 peace deals in 6 months.
Seriously, and this deal I didn't really expect to come. The president got on the phone with both prime ministers of both Cambodia and Thailand, and apparently there was fighting happening in the region over the last 5 days before this peace deal happened, where it displaced about 300,000 people. I think a couple dozen people were killed in the region. And the president got on the phone and he said, listen, I don't want to make trade deals with countries that are going to kill each other. So figure it out and come back to me. And they said, okay, you know what? That's all it takes. We want to make sure that our countries are thriving, that they're doing well. We want the United States involved, financially, especially make sure we're going to thrive in our economies. And that's really all it took. So it's, again, the art of the deal, but it's also the art of the peace deal as well.
Yeah, and we're seeing the art of the deal in real time. It's now August 1st. Tariffs have been levied against a bunch of different countries that haven't come to the negotiating table. Markets are iffy. Job numbers were kind of iffy today. Tell me what you're hearing at the White House about the current state of the American economy and where we're going.
Well, the thing is that the American economy at this point, it's all very reliant on Fed Chair Jerome Powell. I mean, he won't lower the interest rates. Lots of young, hardworking Americans want a slice of the American dream. I believe it was 73,000 jobs created for the month of July, much lower than experts predicted. But listen, I don't know. I think this is just a little bit of a blip so far in the economy. I think that we're going to be coming back much stronger. From what I understand, we're doing great. And I think that a lot of the tariff revenue that we're generating from these countries, the billions of dollars, and also the billions of dollars of investments that we've been getting from other countries like the EU, Japan, they all want to invest billions of dollars into our country and even invest in our energy as well. So I think that there's a lot coming. It's still a very short amount of time. It's still super early. We're almost 7 months in. And I still think that this is just, maybe a little bit of a rocky blip. But listen, at the end of the day, President Trump is confident that we are the hottest country right now. So I'll take him for his word.
Yeah, I will too. And with the job numbers, with the investment we're seeing coming in, the promises of factories being built, we're not even at full strength yet.
Right, exactly. And I know that as far as tariffs go, the president is still very much working with other countries right now. We just saw yesterday the president get on the phone with the Mexican president, Claudia Sheinbaum, talking about how there's going to be a deal within the next 90 days or so, kind of extending the tariffs that Mexico already has when it comes to cars, when it comes to aluminum, steel, and copper. So that's going to be still for the next 90 days. And then I think Mexico will still come to the table. India, as long as it stops selling oil to Russia, I think, or they're not buying oil from Russia. I believe that's what it is.
Yep.
They've got some kind of deal going on over there. They're going to be seeing 25% tariffs. So the president really doubling down on Russia as well, as we saw this past week too, shortening that deadline of a peace deal from about 10 to 14 days. So got to come to the table and figure it out.
Yeah, and he went hard on India. What Jack Posobiec has been saying on Twitter is we need to tariff the remote workers from India, the call center workers, the H-1B visas. Is there any word on how hard they're willing to go on India, or is it kind of just like, screw it? If you don't want to do business with us, don't do it.
I love that he's been posting about this because I totally see where he's coming from. It'll be interesting to see where that goes, especially when it comes to India and Pakistan. I know that President Trump was speaking to both of those nations, but I think India will come to the table because Modi has been a friend of President Trump for a long time. So I think it's just a matter of time. But some of these countries, they really got to come to the table because it's not that much time. 4 years is not enough.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. So, all right, now that we've got the boring stuff out of the way, let's talk Russia. You've been in all of these press briefings. The media is refusing to cover it. What are you hearing, not just from White House officials, but also from like leftist reporters that are in these press briefings?
Oh, it's silent. It's radio silence. The only people that are really asking about it are those who go in the new media seat or us kind of wondering, hey, where do we go from here? What does accountability look like? When can we start to see such accountability? Will Hillary Clinton start getting involved in this too? Because she was named in that huge report that Chuck Grassley just recently put out yesterday.
Yep.
We're interested in seeing some kind of accountability. We're interested in seeing and hearing people testify. I don't know how quickly we're going to start seeing these things because there was a lot that had happened over the last 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that with the amount of work that also needs to be done in this country from the last 4 years, they've got a lot of work to do. And I just hope that the president's team is ready for all hands on deck.
So as I'm watching the Russia stuff play out and we see, they drop Obama documents, then they drop Brennan documents, and they drop Clinton documents. There's talks about Biden documents today. It seems to me like there is a strategy behind this. And I wonder if you've gotten any insight into whether or not there is a strategy behind the scenes, or are they kind of flying by the seat of their pants?
I think they're just kind of flying by the seat of their pants from what it feels like. It just feels like some other truth is coming to light every other day or every week, it seems like, between this Russiagate stuff and then you've got Epstein files, which the president just like the president is not concerned about Epstein at all. I think just yesterday during the executive order signing, you had ABC asking about Epstein, and the president's
Hmm.
mood just completely changed. He doesn't want to focus on that, which I get. He wants to focus on what's happening right now, and that's this Obamagate stuff, Russiagate stuff, auto pen investigations as well. And I think the sunlight is the best disinfectant, Chris. And I think that it's only a matter of time till we find out more investigations and more information on it. But his team is working in overtime. Tulsi Gabbard's working in overtime. I think Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, they're all working hard behind the scenes. And then I think once they finally come to a conclusion, we'll start seeing more about it.
How do you feel about how they've handled the Epstein files personally?
I don't know. I think I was hoping for a little bit more. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's very sensitive information. And President Trump did tease ahead that he does have a list of top hedge fund people and
Yep.
executives, and I have hope that we'll see it. It's not really top of mind, but I was kind of looking forward to it personally.
Okay. What is top of mind at the White House today? What is the main focus as they go throughout the day today and into the weekend?
Well, the president not having much on his schedule today. He had a very busy week, of course. So he's getting his intelligence briefing as we speak, and then he'll be heading off to Bedminster later this afternoon. But what I think was really exciting was I got to be in the Roosevelt Room yesterday for the executive order signing, where the president expanded his council on sports, fitness, and nutrition. And he was joined by Vice President J.D. Vance, RFK Jr., Linda McMahon, Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick. It was a star-studded event,
Yeah, they
and
had
he's
some
bringing back the
all-stars.
presidential fitness test, which I think is so great. I personally hated it, Chris. I was never good at it. But I'm glad they're bringing it back for the kids because we got to make America healthy again.
Yes.
But what really brought tears to my eyes, Chris, was seeing my WWE superstar Triple H at the White House. It
Oh,
was
that was
so
my
cool.
favorite too. And then the White House put out like an intro video with his music, and I was like, "This is exactly what I voted for."
It was so cool. It was really cool to see him. It was really cool to see golf superstar, New York Giants superstar. It was awesome. And he's got a lot of people on this council, by the way. He's got Mariano Rivera on there as well, which really stuck out to me because I'm a big Yankees fan. So
Ugh,
it was
yuck.
really cool to hear from the president talk about sports. He wants to bring back the names of the Cleveland Indians and the Washington Redskins. Like, let's bring
Yep.
these names back. Let's go back to where it was used to be a thing of pride to have your sports teams named after, toughness. Like,
Yeah.
that sounds tough to me.
Yep.
So it was cool to see him getting worked up and excited about it.
I liked everything you said except for the Yankees part.
Sorry.
It's awful.
Well, they stink this year, so.
growing up in Boston, we only root for two teams. It's the Red Sox and whoever's playing the Yankees. That's it. That's it.
I get it.
Yeah. I know you feel the same way about the Sox. All right, so I thought with Triple H standing behind Trump, that was oftentimes you'll have guys flanking Trump. You'll have Rubio or Vance behind there, and they're looking pretty badass. I
Mhm.
think Triple H should be standing behind Trump all the time, personally.
Oh, I agree. I agree. He looked great too. I mean, he looked fantastic, and it was really cool to hear President Trump say, this is a longtime friend of mine, and as somebody was a huge fan of WWE, it was just so cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so cool to see people from media, from entertainment, come join the right side of things. It's
Yep.
it's very refreshing.
Yeah, I love that you like Triple H. He's also from New Hampshire, so he's probably a Red Sox fan, just to let you know.
But
All
we'll
right,
just not talk about that.
all right. We got Monica Paige joining us live from the White House North Lawn. Before we get to a story that we're not paying attention to, which I always ask you about every week, I do want to give you some flowers. You are now celebrating 2 years as a White House reporter. Congratulations. That's
Yay.
unbelievable.
Thanks, Chris.
Uh,
Thank you. What a crazy 2 years it's been. A year and a half under
Yeah.
the Biden administration, the last 6, almost 7 months under Trump. It's been a lot of fun.
What's been the biggest change?
Oh my God, where do I even start? That's such an open-ended question, Chris. I mean, from the briefing room, volume going from little to nothing to maximum capacity, from the amount of events, the amount of news that I'm covering. I think both of those things, the accessibility as well, getting to hang out with Tom Homan sometimes during the week, give him a handshake and say, "Hey, how's it going? How are things going to go with the border?" It's just the coolest thing, and I think that's been the most exciting.
Well, I think you do a fantastic job, and you're one of the best. What's a story that the American people are missing, the mainstream media is not covering, that deserves a little bit more attention?
I think the biggest story is President Trump signing into law the VA Home Loan Program
Yes.
Reform Act.
Amen.
That is now law. That is awesome. That is essentially protecting veterans from their homes foreclosing and providing them with the safety net so they don't end up on the streets.
I
And also provides an extra $146 million to homelessness programs directly involving our veterans, our American heroes. So I think that's a huge story. That's now law, and I think that's something that everyone should both sides of the aisle can come together and celebrate.
I couldn't agree with you more on that being a major story. In fact, yesterday when it broke, we were going through. I was like, what's story A? And it's like, oh, it's going to be Russia. And then I was like, you know what? No, screw that. The veterans story is story A, because for so long we saw our veterans getting stepped over. We saw under Biden illegal aliens getting preferential treatment over our veterans at the VA. There's no reason that a veteran should be homeless in this country. I agree. That's a massive story and completely underreported.
And nobody's talking about it.
I know.
It's time to give our veterans the respect they deserve, the honor they deserve.
Amen.
And who better than President Trump? Because if there's one president that loves our veterans, it's definitely him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Monica Paige is live at the White House. She spends most of her days there, and you can find her on X for updates. She gives the best updates. What's your handle on X, Monica?
Thank you so much, Chris. It's at Monica Paige TV on both X and Instagram. Be sure to follow me for all the latest updates and whatever the happenings are here at the White House. I always appreciate you, Chris, and I love your show.
Man, we love having you. Monica Paige, live from the White House North Lawn. Thank you for spending some time with us. This is Super Talk 99.7 WTN.